Hello everyone, welcome back to another installment of your Taylor Swift history lessons, because you need it. And this is your one-stop shop, okay? Because there's a lot to go through and I'm a professional. So, last time we left off after the debut era, and so we're gonna start on we're gonna start on Fearless today. Okay, I do have a kitten purring in my lap because it loves me. Okay. So yeah, last time we left off at the debut era, but this is where things start to get a little juicy. I do want to start this video by saying, hey, where are you going? Make sure to like and subscribe, follow me for more, to support the cause. Yeah. So although the next real era is Fearless, there is a secret hidden era between debut and Fearless called Beautiful Eyes that I want to talk about first. So Beautiful Eyes was released on July 15th, 2008, as a Walmart exclusive CD featuring some alternative versions of some of the tracks from her debut album, including Should Have Said No alternative version, Teardrops on My Guitar acoustic version, Picture to Burn radio edit, and I'm Only Me When I'm With You. And then 2 original tracks, Beautiful Eyes and I Heart ? Which is such a peak song, by the way. Go and listen to it. Look it up on like YouTube or something though, because it's technically not like release. And then it includes a second disc that was a DVD disc, which included things like music videos, live performances, and a few new artist specials, which I don't know what that means. I don't actually have the CD because they're super rare and super expensive. So please like and subscribe and leave a comment. Maybe someday I'll be able to afford one and I'll give you guys boots on the ground investigative journalism on how that is. Anyways, people insisted that she will release the Taylor's version of Beautiful Eyes since it was released under Big Machine Record, but Taylor never confirmed nor denied. As a matter of fact, she never even spoke of that EP. I don't even think she knows it exists. It's very possible she doesn't. Back to Fearless. Okay, Taylor released Fearless when she was only 18 years old, and this album really caused her career to take off. In my humble opinion, most Swifties sleep on Fearless. It's so good, solidified her career, and is such a classic album that has a moment for everything. I love it. I love Fearless. It's one of my favorites. Anyways, Fearless was released on November 11th, 2008 as a country pop album with a ton of fairy tale-like imagery. To promote the album, Taylor embarked on the Fearless Tour, which spanned from April 2009 to July 2010, where she's known to have thrown chairs on stage. Okay, and also occasionally fall. So, she also released 5 songs off the album as singles. While on tour, Taylor did a 13-hour meet and greet on June 13th, 2010 at the Nashville Bridgestone Arena during the CMA Music Festival. That 13-hour meet and greet quickly, or I guess not so quickly because it was 13 hours, turned into 15 hours, meeting over 2,000 fans and performing short acoustic sets without taking any formal breaks. Which is crazy. I've never seen anyone else do that before, I'm just saying. There's a few videos about that on YouTube documenting it. So I encourage you guys to go watch that after this. In the field of charts, the album did very well. It achieved massive chart dominance, debuting at number 1 on the Billboard 200 with 592,000 sales in 2008. Debuted at number 1 and spent 11 weeks at the top, becoming the longest-running number 1 country album of the decade. Spent 58 consecutive weeks in the top 10, a rare milestone in chart history, hit number 1 in Canada and New Zealand, with high placements across Australia and the UK. Lead single Love Story peaked at number 4 on the Billboard Hot 100 and number 1 on the Hot Country Songs, while You Belong With Me reached number 2 on the Hot 100, and the album Fearless achieved massive chart dominance, debuting at number 1 on the Billboard 200 with 592,000 sales in 2008, spending 11 non-consecutive weeks at number 1. The album was also very impressive in the area of awards, At the Grammys 2010, she won Album of the Year, Best Country Performance, Best Country Album, Best Country Song for White Horse, Best Female Country Vocal Performance for White Horse. Sorry, this is making me dizzy. Okay, we are so back. So, for the CMA Awards, Album of the Year 2009, and Music Video of the Year for Love Story 2009, Academy of Country Music ACM Awards, Album of the Year 2009, and Crystal Milestone Award 2009. American Music Awards, AMA 2009, Favorite Country Album and Artist of the Year, among other categories sweep. Then, at the VMAs, then at the VMA Awards 2009, she won Best Female Video for You Belong With Me. And, get ready to be angry, okay, Kanye West stormed up on stage, grabbed her award from her, and declared, "Yo, Taylor, I'm really happy for you. I'm gonna let you finish," but Beyonce had one of the best videos of all time, insinuating that Taylor didn't deserve the award for You Belong With Me, but rather Beyonce deserved the award for Single Ladies music video, which I want to do a disclaimer about. I'm not a huge fan of Beyonce, no shade. I just have a very obsessive personality, and if I get into another singer, it will get to the point of no return. Like, I can't, you know. But it's not a safe space here to pit two women against each other. Both music videos were absolutely iconic and must have been such a hard choice for them to choose between the two. But what Kanye did was absolutely insane and wrong, and anyone should be able to admit that. Even Beyonce herself said it was wrong and apologized to Taylor afterwards. I think, in my humble opinion, Kanye West is a Anyways, back to Taylor. She has repeatedly said that during this instance, she thought that the crowd was booing her, which, please note, the audience was booing Kanye. Thank you. As they should. Fuck him for real. Stealing the award out of a 19-year-old girl's hands and saying she didn't deserve it is all kinds of fucked up. Okay, moving on. Taylor thought that they were booing her, which severely affected her mental health, obviously. I don't want to end this video on a bad note, though, so I'm going to backtrack and talk about Taylor and her best friend Abigail going to prom. In 2008, Taylor Swift attended prom at Hillcrest High School in Tuscaloosa, Alabama, as part of an MTV reality TV show, Once Upon a Prom. And also starred in Hannah Montana, where she performed her original song, Crazier, which is actually how I discovered her at 3 years old. Basically, yeah, that's the story, and now I'm gonna get into the meanings behind each song. Credit to Abby. Abby wrote all of these, so I'm just reading what she said. So Fearless. Taylor says, when picking an album title, it has to explain the body of work you're putting out. And the last 2 years of stories she wanted to tell, 2006 to 2008-ish, she says she thought a lot about what her own personal definition of the word fearless is. And to me, fearless isn't not having any fears. It's not that you're not afraid of anything. I think that being fearless means that you have a lot of fears, but you jump anyways. Which is what Taylor said. Hey guys, sorry, my camera died, but I went and got some lunch and now I'm back. Anyways, let's go to 15. So 15 is a song Taylor wrote about her freshman year of high school, a year she says was the most life-changing for her. That was the year she had her first boyfriend and lots of other experiences. She also met her best friend Abigail, and Abby wrote, "That's my name, but mine has 2 B's. Sad face emoji. In English class on their very first day. It chronicles exactly what happened that year and how they both grew up in different ways. Taylor says she grew when she realized she didn't want to spend as much time with her boyfriend and wanted to write songs and go on the road and try to be a singer. Abigail grew up because she got her heart broken into pieces. She says she was really glad she was able to put those feelings and their story into a song. It's a really emotional song for me. I broke down while I was singing the last chorus, and that's on the record. You can kind of hear it in my voice, and I'm really, really shaken up." Which was a direct quote from Taylor. Love Story. The song is about love that isn't easy or simple. Taylor says she doesn't necessarily think that love should be easy. And if love is worth it, if it's that good, if it's worth fighting for, then it's the right love. She wanted to portray a symbolic message of that in the video. And that is, you know, running away from the castle and running through a field and meeting up in the middle. That was my symbolic way of the love being worth fighting for, which is a direct quote from Taylor. She says that while you can have love that's easy, she thinks it's a lot more fun when something you have to work for and fight for because it's worth it. Hey Steven. Taylor says the song itself was sort of an example of how she can be inspired by one conversation or something that wasn't a relationship. She says the song was written about a guy she had a crush on and is trying to convince him to like her. The entire song, I'm trying to give him all these reasons why he should like me, which is a quote from Taylor. Taylor's favorite part of the song is after the bridge when it says, "Hey Steven, I can give you 50 reasons why I should be the one you choose. All those other girls, well, they're beautiful, but would they write a song for you?" She says it's such a fun song and it's the happiest groove she's ever written. She claims it's really interesting and fun for her to write songs about people who have no idea there's going to be a song about them. White Horse. The song is about that point in a breakup where you realize that the entire fairy tale you've been imagining, the entire relationship, and seeing your future with that person is never going to happen. It's not going to happen now, and it's all your past, Taylor says. And I think that realization is one of the most heartbreaking moments of your entire life. You belong with me. Taylor says it's interesting when you think you're the only person going through something and then realize there's millions of other people who have felt the exact same way at the exact same time in their lives, and they've cried on their bathroom floor the exact same time, which is a direct quote from Taylor. I thought it was funny. I don't know. Shout out Abby. She says it's so interesting for her that everyone is so drawn to love and can't stay away from it. She compares it to a flame that we can't stay away from. Breathe. Breathe is another sad song. She likes sad songs. That's literally what she says. I like sad songs. About having to say goodbye to someone. She talks about how the chorus and she talks about the chorus and how it repeats over and over. I can't breathe without you, but I have to. And how it's sort of a mantra she said to herself on more than one occasion. Taylor talks about how she's been wanting to write with Colby Colliot. Is that how I say it? I'm sorry. Because she was such a big fan of Colby and worked together to write a song about losing someone who feels like a piece of you, feeling like you're missing a piece of yourself and having to live with that because you have to and have no other choice. Tell me why. Taylor talks about thinking of her album and going through mental exercises to choose songs for it. For instance, when she's 15 and just broke up with her boyfriend is crying on the bathroom floor, what songs should she put on her playlist? You're Not Sorry. Taylor talks about being young and writing about what she's actually gone through. Writing about her experiences in high school has allowed younger people and people her age to relate to the music she puts out. Older people would always go up to her and talk about how they love the album as well. She says that her age has brought in a younger audience, which she says she was very grateful for. I'm not trying to be older to get to do things that older people do. When that moment happens where I'm 25, I'll live in that moment. But right now, the moment is the best moment I've ever lived in my entire life. The Way I Loved You. What drew Taylor to the title, the album Fearless, was that she was writing a song about the fearlessness of falling in love no matter how many times you've been hurt. You always have to have this underlying, undying belief that love can last forever. We all do. We all, somewhere deep inside of us, believe in that. Or else we wouldn't be going back. Which is a direct quote from Taylor. And my note on this is, peak song in the summer I turned pretty is all I think about when I think about this song. Which is true. Or like okay. Forever and Always. Taylor talks about how she's always feels like this song goes to a different place than any other song on the album musically. She says she feels like it's got a lot more angst than any of the other songs because it talks about somebody who's drifting away and how you're watching it and you don't know what you're doing wrong because you're just doing what you've always done, but suddenly this person has changed their mind, and that emotion is something I haven't really conveyed before in a song, which is a direct quote from Taylor. Taylor talks about how she feels like it's fun to go from a progression of feeling sad and just being like, wait a second, did you forget everything that's happened? And ends in what she calls a screaming last chorus. That, she says, makes her very happy. The Best Day. The Best Day is a song that she wrote as a surprise for her mom. She wrote it over the summer and secretly recorded it. She had this idea that she wanted to play it for her mom at Christmas. When she got the track, she synced up a bunch of home videos from when she was a kid to go with the song like a music video. She played the song for her mom on Christmas Eve and says her mom cried her eyes out listening to it. Change. Taylor talks about how she would bump off songs that she felt she had outwritten and knock them off the list for the album. She says that she kept on writing songs, the list would get better and better, and how she did that so many times she can't even keep track. I'm really excited about the list of songs that has ended up being on this album because I've thought long and hard about it. And that covers Fearless. Please be sure to tune in next time for Speak Now by subscribing and hitting the bell icon so that you're notified each time I post a new episode. Like the video, comment down below what your favorite song from Fearless is to support. Go back and watch my last episode if you haven't already, and if you'd like to help us on the next episode, go ahead and follow me on TikTok where my username is iHeartEdwardCullen13. Click on the groups tab in my bio and join the Swifties All Over the World group chat. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye. Love you!